So I ran a quick little poll, and turns out you guys aren't necessarily all that interested in getting recaps at the end of each phase. But at least one person was interested, so we're going to do a quick recap here, and then maybe I'll do it again at the semifinals. But as far as standings go, Group A, Dominican Republic, and Italy are moving forward. Serbia, Puerto Rico, USA and Greece, Lithuania, Montenegro, Germany, Australia, Slovenia, Georgia, Spain, Brazil, and Canada and Latvia. So we kind of knew most of this, except for I think Group G and Group C, and I think B had to finish out their games today, but those are done. We know who's moving forward. So let's look at the next batch of groupings to kind of see who's facing off against each other. So as far as Group I, we've got Serbia, the Dominican Republic, Italy, and Puerto Rico. Generally, I do think it's probably going to be these top two. Serbia's been doing fairly well. Dominican Republic, same deal. It's kind of why they're ranked in this order, but most likely the case. But these are still good teams, so Italy could, maybe change some things up, but generally they're probably going to be this case. And then once again, top two teams are moving on. Group J, it's the US and Lithuania. Greece did pull off a very close victory against New Zealand, but Lithuania's been popping, so we'll see. Group K, Slovenia, Germany, Australia, and Georgia. This is going to be a really interesting one. That's probably the second most difficult, oddly enough. Slovenia aren't bad, but if for whatever reason Luka doesn't end up playing, because I think he only missed one warm-up game, so he hasn't missed a actual game so far that I know of. But he's like the key to their offense, so that can change things up a little bit. But yeah, all of these, Germany, Australia, and Georgia, are going to have a difficult time with Slovenia. I think Australia, especially after the Japan game, can probably beat Germany at this point, but we'll just kind of have to see. This is kind of a toss-up at these three. So very good likelihood that we see some maybe mixing around here. But probably the absolute most difficult one here, Canada, Latvia, Spain, and Brazil. Both of these teams are very good. They were kind of favored up in that top grouping. Canada, same deal. Latvia has come out and been one of the kind of sensational three-point shooters. So yeah, this it's usually the second spot that's going to be the real big question mark, right? Canada, I believe, played Spain or Brazil in the warm-ups. Now, warm-ups, of course, are not purely indicative of the final result, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so after that, we have Group I and J, the 1 versus the 2. Same deal here, kind of reversing. Same deal with K and I. So we'll probably see a rematch of Australia or Germany. We will, but into the next phase, we'll probably see a rematch of potentially Germany and Canada. The US, I think, is probably going to sweep this entire grouping here. Not that the Dominican Republic or Serbia aren't good, but the US is high ranked for a reason. Then I think this is going to be the real difficult one, because Germany's good, Slovenia's good, Australia's good, Canada's good, Latvia in most situations can stretch the floor fairly well, much more so than most of the teams here. They're just very good at three-point shooting. I think they might have been the most efficient so far in the World Cup, but regardless, this is kind of where it stands. Yeah, let me know who you guys are rooting for. I was really sad. I'm really glad Australia made it, but the Japan game was just really heartbreaking. But Australia, I believe, is going to go a lot further than Japan would have, unfortunately. But anyway, yeah, I'm still holding out US, Australia, Canada. If any of those teams medal, I'll be very happy. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me for about 5 minutes. I'll see you next time.